Top traders, welcome back to your today's market. We're going to jump right into, well, I guess first of all, we ended yesterday with the RBA meeting minutes, which they still noted some uncertainties on the economic outlook, which was not surprising. That's what they have said all along, and that's most likely due to some of the housing market and some of the China trade stuff that's continuously going on. On the trade front, we do have China supposedly buying, triple buying on U.S. farm products. But, like I said yesterday, there's still a lot of, problems to deal with on the structural reforms regarding the intellectual property theft. So I definitely think that's going to persist, and that's going to be still a major roadblock to get over. Jumping into the charts. Well, actually, we can jump over here. Back to here, the zoo, which is just current conditions, or which one? This economic sentiment came out, and it looks like this could be a possible bottom. And so this is probably why we're starting to see some euro strength. I might close out of that euro CHF position a little early. Jumping to the charts. So we have the Australian dollar. Yeah, this thing's slow. So I guess we did break through. This thing has just been getting beaten down so bad just because of that economic and that monetary policy data that's been coming out. So I am definitely going to be staying away from the Australian dollar this week, most likely. It does look like we are still at these lows and holding these lows. I would like to see, something with China optimism, that's going to potentially drive us higher. But as of now, I'm staying away from that. We'll jump into the euro. So jump to that 4 hour. So again, we did move up during the overnight session. We are at this 61.8. It is possible we could break higher and go back to these highs, but it is also possible we could sit and consolidate at these levels. So that is something I'm going to be watching as well. This does look like a nice corrective move. But, like I said a while back, too, a lot of these bottoms in markets, you see a lot of terrible data. And then they start to make a bottom, and then you're seeing little cracks of like good economic data, and I think that's possibly what we are starting to see, like potentially with that economic sentiment index that we just looked at. Looking over to the pound index, we are at these highs. Looks like they are possibly postponing Theresa May's Brexit deal, so we are going to be also just waiting on that to have a little more information and data that we can react to for the pound. The yen, I still do like the yen for a potential long. We are at this 23.6. It's possible. Let's see that we probably will retrace a little. Are we going to break the lows? It is a possibility, but I don't see anything that's going to drive us lower as of now. So that is also something we're going to be waiting on. And a lot of the dollar stuff we are seeing, probably just everyone waiting, for a further insight into the tomorrow on the Fed interest rate decision, and some of the comments that they are expected to hear from Jerome Powell. So it is possible that they could mention, one hike this year, but it's most likely they're going to say, they're going to retain their patient outlook on the economy. Let's jump over to some pairs really quick. We do have, let's see, I do like as well as USD/JPY. I guess ideal positions for me would be to see some consolidation at this 23.6 and possibly break lower. We could also see this, anything that's coming out with China, or if the Federal Reserve would, like I said, retain that outlook on patience on the interest rates, that could also push us lower. Let's jump over to Euro USD. So we are at this trend line. Let's see, we could definitely, let's see, it is a possibility too. We could see this, see some consolidation, maybe some stutters at this 1360 level. So that is something I'll be watching for. We have had a massive run up from this $12 level. Let's see what we are at a fib. Probably at 70.6. So I do possibly see possibility that we could push up a little higher. So I will be watching that, but as of 23 breaks and with our strategy, I do not see much lately. I'm personally still in this CAD CHF. I have stops covered quite a bit, so I do potentially see us to continue lower. But if not, I'm going to get taken out quite a bit past break even, so that's not a big deal. See what else we got. That's pretty much it, I would say. We do have the Australian dollar. Let's take a look at that. Not doing much. You probably, like I said, the Australian dollar index is at those lows, kind of consolidated. That US dollar is just kind of staying stagnant right now, waiting on the Federal Reserve. Let's look at this. This is something also. So I'm going to point out too that this large up move was, this was to avoid a no Brexit deal. So my anticipations are that if we get anything regarding some more uncertainty, like we've possibly seen regarding Brexit and maybe a no deal come back to the table, I do see us potentially getting pushed lower to this 146.50 level, 146.30. So that is definitely a possibility. That is something I'm going to be watching. I will put that in the group if anything comes out. As of now, not much for the week or not much for the day right now. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Here to help, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for today's market.